Hey everybody, welcome to Bullseye Channel. It's the Range Day Ride Along. We got some guns. There is the Accuracy X Gunfighter. And there's the, oh my god, I bought a Glock? What is happening? It's got all kinds of stuff on it. Got the grip tape, got the little tape heel. Oh man, and then I ran in some stuff. A SIG with comps and metal and blah. The guy at the counter was like, this thing is sweet. It's not like a normal 320. And then I wanted to do some M&P work. So there's the M&P 2.0 metal. It's got the iron sights. We like the iron sights. It's metal. Good things. So here we go. Getting off and we're shooting on this range day ride along. We're going to shoot these out at 25 yards and then we're going to bring them into 21 feet. And we can discuss a little bit of the differences and kind of what my impressions were. And then at the end, we're going to compare the 2011 and the Glock 19 with some targets, and we'll get a little bit philosophical. So there you're kind of just seeing me. Right now I'm kind of just getting used to each of the platforms. In the order that I liked these was the 2011, my Glock 19, the M&P, and then last was the 320 AXG comp, whatever the heck the naming convention is. So here's the story here with this G19. I'm really jonesing for, this is me telling you we're at 25 yards now, really jonesing for one of the new aim point COAs with the Glocks. And but I found this setup here with the Streamlight and the dot. This is a 19M for a pretty good price, and so I said I want that, even though I feel like the G19 can give me a little more recoil than I want. I like longer pistols and heavier and more full size. But what I did was I wrapped the grip tape, and then I put a tape heel at the bottom because I remembered, here's that Accuracy X, I remembered that I really liked the feeling of the mag pull. What do you call it? Oh my God, the mag pull, what do they call it? The funnel, the thing that you put the magazine in. Oh my God, I'm blanking as I'm sitting here recording this. Magwell, and how you could kind of use it and kind of push your grip up in there. And so I put a tape heel on it. You can see that little bit of tape at the bottom the next time I shoot it. So here was the Accuracy X group. As you can see, I had, it looks like 1 in the X, 2 in the 10, and 2 in the 9, just taking my time. You know, those 9s probably, you know, I don't remember calling them as not 10s, but they definitely could have been. But really, you know, here's the Glock 19 at 25 yards. You know, that's a hand for a duty or defensive pistol that is perfectly acceptable. So it depends on how many you want. Do you want 3 fingers or 5? And then now we're shooting this M&P. I really like the ergonomics of the M&P. I will say that I like the metal M&P less than the plastic. The metal gets pretty thin at the top, sort of like right where it sort of beaver tails. And that really was like getting into the web of my hand, and I did not like it. I don't remember having that sensation with a plastic 2.0. This thing actually had a really good trigger. The comp isn't really a comp. It isn't even an expansion chamber. And generally speaking, though this was a fun range toy, I didn't like it. So that was that right there at the bottom that I just pointed out. That's the M&P. The 320 wasn't even on paper. I don't think that's any of the fault. I think it just wasn't, you know, sighted in. So here we're going to bring it back to 21 feet. And we're going to have a little bit more fun. What I was just doing is coming up fast, shooting 1, 2, or 3. Sometimes I do a ladder where I shoot 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then the remaining. There we go. I will say with this, one thing that I noticed was that at distance, with this, my dot was spending more time below my point of aim than I wanted. And later in the shooting session, you'll see I actually took the light off, and that improved it substantially. It was coming, as the kids say, return to zero. It was coming back right where I wanted it a lot faster. I understand why you don't have a light. Obviously understand that, you know, that's something that we do. Mag dumps. I was having a day and I needed some mag dumps. So here we're just going to, sometimes it's fun to feel how your gun recoils after shooting just a continuous amount. I have a feeling that we're going to lose a picture here in a minute. But here you go. Watch that brass fly. Watch that brass fly. And oh my God, we lost it. Let's bring the camera back down. So coming back on, and you can see it's just, heck, it's just fun. Let's just be honest. It's fun. It's something we all like to do from time to time. And it's nice to know, though, that, you can do it. And it's interesting to feel how the pistol recoils shooting 15 or so shots in a row. At the end of this shooting session, I was most pleased with the Glock 19, just most impressed. All right, so we've got 45 seconds. We're going to talk about this target. This was a 25-yard target where I was just doing fast acquisitions. The second my dot was in the black, I pulled the trigger and shot 2. Obviously, you see I have more holes because I did the Accuracy X a little bit more than I did the Glock 19. I think it shows you the strengths. Obviously, you see better impacts with the Accuracy X, but the Glock 19 is nothing to shake a stick at, and I could likely improve that. This next one, we had to switch over to a centerfire repair because I ran out of B8s. I took that little extra second to confirm my shot. Still pretty quick, and I shot 2 shots in rapid succession. And I think this is where you see the differences in where the accuracy comes out of each platform. But still, neither of those are bad targets in a quote-unquote defensive scenario. Looking at that, I'd say, the $7,000 Accuracy X is about, 4 times as accurate under those conditions as the Glock 19. But the Glock 19, it costs 8 times less. So you let me know. This is part of, I guess, a larger thesis that I'm going to do kind of on the 2011 platform. But I hope you're doing well. 3 rules for life. Rule 1, don't be a